Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Welcome to the WEBA live workshop today. I can see many agents from around the world. Thank you very much, everyone, to join us today. Always very nice to see so many familiar faces. I know many agents of you. Thank you very much to join. Always very nice. I can see some more agents join us at the moment. So we are ready today. Training session about Germany and about a German boarding school. We have Andrea with us here today. Hello, Andrea. How are you today?
Hi, Richard. Hi, everyone. I am very well today. I hope you guys are too.
Thank you, Andrea. Yes, we are fine. Everything is ready. We are just coming in, the last agent who just joined us today. So welcome to agents from everywhere in the world. Now, this is the second event we hold now for the school, which is a German name. So sometimes it's very difficult to pronounce this name. So Andrea, can you pronounce correctly the name of your school, first of all?
Absolutely. It's Schule und Internat Grovesmühle.
Voila. So a little bit, I can see Alex is smiling as usual. Yes, Mr. Alex Sam. The name is in German,
German
like is
boarding school
obvious.
ist eine andere School, Kassel Schüler.
Jawohl,
Boarding
richtig.
school.
Boarding school, yes.
Richtig. So thank you very much, and it will be great if everyone remain on mute moderator today so we can run the workshop. And if you have any questions, please, there is a chat below. Just put your question down on the chat. What I did on the chat this morning, I share with you as well a link, and I invite every single agent who did not fill out this form the last time, or if you are a new agent, just to complete the form so we can send you the agreement. This is very important. Fill out the form that I put on the chat system, and so you will be able to receive the agreement from the school. You will receive a copy of this link as well via email, because I will do a follow-up email with all of you, and I will share a recorded of this meeting from today. I want to say hello to Antoine from Vietnam, which I know him since many years as well. Anthony, let's put it like this one, and as well to Kathy Lee from China, Dr. Mustafa Ozer. I know many of you since many years. Mr. Gimire from Nepal, which I met him in Switzerland a couple of months ago, Lilian, and so on. I know all of you. Mariam, thank you to join us today. Mr. Muhammad, Hussein, Naima from Morocco, if I'm correct. And then other people, Nino from Georgia, Neil Russell, which we know each other since many years, and so on. Oh, I cannot forget Mr. Ghani. Mr. Ghani, I know him since 2004. First time met him 2004, so it's over 20 years now. I hope you're well, Mr. Ghani. Mr. Rajesh Katria, hello as well to you, and all to other one. So I just take one more minute for myself so I can welcome other agents join us today. Now, training session, Germany. First step, very important, is to understand that the school with us here today, they offer, and this is very important for you to understand, they offer the standard high school program, so with boarding. That means students from grade 5 to grade 12, they can come to the school in Germany and they can do the German Matura, which is called abitur. So this is the standard high school. On top of that, and now it's very important for you to understand, they offer as well the language program for students who have zero knowledge of German. So completely beginner. They have a program starting every year in August. Is a one-year program. So if you have students with zero knowledge, they are more than welcome to join the school. Now they offer the program for students under 18 years but as well for students over 18 years. So very important as well for the students who do not speak German, and if they're over 18 years, like 90, 20, 21, 22, and so on, they can join the program and they can do 1 year German at the school until they reach the next level. And now I come to the second point, which is very important for you to understand. The school will offer as well the foundation program. I presume many of you, they are working with student colleague, we say this in German, and technically to enter into a German university, your students need, many of your students, not from all the country, but for the majority of the country, they need to do the foundation year. It's like in the UK, to make a long story short. Many students need to do the foundation year. Some students can enter directly, but this is very important for you to know. We have our own team specialized for Germany, and we know exactly if the students are eligible to enter for direct university or if they need to do first the foundation years. This is valid for every student, all the students coming from India or from China or from Indonesia or from Vietnam, etc. We know exactly in detail for every single student how is the entry requirement for entry into the German university. Now, why I'm telling you this is important because we know to do a good training session for Germany, your students have an objective, and this is to study in Germany final years to the bachelor program. I make an example, the 6 years medical university program in Germany, the cost is zero. Beside the usual administration cost for the university, which can vary between 200 euro to 800 euro per year, but the cost to study in Germany is free of charge into the university. So this is very important, why your students need to learn German first, and the school give this possibility for under 18 and plus 18, and then they need to do the foundation year, if they need to do the foundation year. This depends by country to country, and this depends as well from the document that you will provide us, because logically, if some students have some knowledge of German already, then they have the opportunity as well to start in January 2026. They don't need to wait until August 2026. So this is very important. The school have this possibility as well, this option for the students with some German knowledge. And Andrea, I need your help a little bit here. What do we mean about German knowledge? What is the minimum entry requirement to have some German knowledge to start in January?
So if your students want to start in January, then we would require them to have an A2 level.
Okay.
Or even better, an A2 certificate.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is very important. I know that in some country there are the Goethe Institute. The Goethe Institute is well known around the world. If this is in Indonesia or in Brazil or in China or in Taiwan or in Russia or in Ukraine or whatever, India, Nepal, Pakistan, etc., they need to learn German, and the majority of the students, they study through the Goethe Institute or a similar institution. So this is the first step. So school, welcome. At the moment, how many students you have in total, more or less, to give an idea?
380, around 380.
380 students. Wow, this is excellent. This is very, very good. Wait a second, because we have more agents who just join us at the moment, and we need to give them the possibility to enter. 1 second, we have to go back. We have a small technical issue. My colleague is just telling me this at the moment. So let me go here and see if I can fix this. Unfortunately, some people came a little bit late. Okay, we solved the problem. And just welcome to the new agent who just joined us at the moment. So to make a long story short, you have over 380 students, correct, Andrea, if I'm correct with you?
That's correct.
Yes, and you have students from all around the world. By the way, I visit the school, ladies and gentlemen, in August. I visited the school myself personally. I met Andrea and the rest of the team. And I saw as well that you have international students. I saw that you had about 14, 50, if I'm correct, it can be 12 students from China. I saw students coming from all around Europe. I saw some students coming from Asia, some from the Middle East. So the school is very, very mixed of students. This is very important for you to know. The school is now, how many years is the school running this program?
You mean the international program?
Yes.
For around a decade, so around 10, 12 years.
Okay, okay. So the school has a lot of experience as well for the visa process. And this is a very important point. I presume many of you are familiar with Germany and are familiar to enroll students into German school, into German foundation program, like Student College, as I mentioned before, or like directly to German university. Now, I talked to the German embassy last week, and as you all know, but for the one who does not know, every student, as by law, when they study in Germany, they need to do a deposit into a German bank account. I will share with you the details of the deposit in the follow-up email, exactly with the exact amount that your students need to deposit. And then every month, the students can pick up some fee so they can use the money from themselves. This is the law in Germany. So it's not something about the school or something about WEBA, but every country, every embassy requests this. Whatever country in the world is this. So this is very important for you to know. Now, for the students who will do the high school program, under 18 years, there is no need to make the deposit. But for students who will do the language school program, which is a one-year program starting in August 2026 for completely beginner, then they need to make this deposit. And as well for the one who want to do the foundation program, or they start directly with the foundation if they have already a good German knowledge, in case they need to do German as a beginner and start in August. So this is very important, this part of the deposit. I presume that many of you are very familiar with this deposit, but I try to speak very loud, Mr. Muhammad Fahim. Can you hear me well, Andrea? Someone is telling me that my voice is not loud enough. Can you hear me well?
I can.
Fantastic.
I hope everybody else can too.
Thank you very much. So I try to put my voice a little bit more up. Rajesh, can you hear me well? Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. So just come back now on the training session of German. We just started, but before to start, it was very important to give you this indication. This indication are fundamental for you to understand the importance when you enroll a student, that you know from the beginning that your students need to have a certain amount in the bank account. So this is over 11,800, 11,900 euro. They need to deposit. This is every embassy of Germany is requesting this for students over 18 years who want to do the language program or the foundation program or enter directly into a German university. So this is number one. To study in Germany into state university today is quite free of charge. As I mentioned before, there can be some administration fee or book fee, which can be various between 400 euro, 600 euro, 800 euro per year, but this is the fee. So if you're calculating today, if you want to do a medical program, a 6 years medical program, like everywhere in Europe, if you do this in the UK, for example, I make this as an example, in the UK, you pay good 80,000, 20,000 pounds per year. So 6 years is around 110, 120, 140, 180,000 pounds. If you do this in the US, Andrea, you was a lot in the US. How much is the fee in the US to have an idea, more or less today?
Oh, wow, more or less. I mean, I was at Emory University And they had a fee, I think, oh, I'm not, it was 10 years ago, so please keep that in mind. But I think they were 120,000 each year.
Yeah.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah. So this is to give you an idea how expensive it is, the medical universe as well, business, finance, engineering, whatever. But I take this as a medical experience. You pay, if you go to the UK, over £100,000. If you go to the US, maybe 300,000-400,000 US dollar. If you go to Australia, it's the same story. If you go to Canada, maybe it's a little bit less, but the fee is quite high. So it's very interesting to send your students to Germany. This is a very important point. Now, if you send the students on the high school, at the school we have here today with Andrea, the student can start on grade 5, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9. So in general, I saw and I speak to several students when I was there through Andrea, because I saw her speak with students. Students, the majority will go on grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, or are the Chinese, or there are other students from around the world. Usually it's a grade 8, grade 9, grade 10. So this is the standard year the students start. It's a great advantage. If they start on grade 9 or 10, logically, they don't need to do the 1-year language program. Obvious. This is obvious because they will, logically, if they want to start, they need to have some German knowledge, correct, Andrea? Or if
Yes.
they don't, yes, but if they don't have the German knowledge, they can do the 1 year first in German, and then they can start with grade 9 or grade 10 or grade 11, whatever. So there is no problem for you students if they have German knowledge or don't have. If they have, welcome for them. So they can start immediately on grade 10 or grade 11 and then do the 1 or 2 years or 3 years high school program with the school here today, and Andrea is representing the school. Andrea already put the name of the school directly on the chat before, so you can read exactly the name of the school from yourself. Now, this is a very important point. Now, if you have students who do not want to do the high school program, it's fine. They can enter directly to do the Sprachschule, the language school, the German language school program, because I presume that the majority of your students do not speak German. They do not speak. So maybe they speak some words, maybe they did a course of 1 month or 2 months, but I know I speak German, and trust me, is a very difficult language. So to enter in a German state university, which level they need to reach, Andrea, today, to enter in a German state university? What is the level they need to reach?
They need C1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and many universities will require them to do language tests. But here's the if part, and why it's also maybe beneficial for them to get the German Matura. If they acquire a German Matura, they don't have to do any language tests. Yeah. So the degree itself is proof of their language skills enough for the universities.
So that means that if your students will do the high school or the last 2 years or the last year, if they are eligible logically, then after they can enter directly in the university, and they don't even need to do the foundation year. So there are, there are there are a lot of possibility, the variation, or they do the German program or German plus foundation, or directly foundation if they already know German, or directly high school. This is up to your students and up to you. Logically, we will do a follow-up email. We will explain everything in details. And then after, you have as well a direct contact with Andrea and Andrea team. If you need to do a one-to-one meeting with her, this is absolutely not a problem. Then she will go in detail with you. Now, before that we start with the presentation, etc., because I know, and I will share the copy of the presentation with all of you, but I know that speaking by voice sometimes is much, much easier. Andrea, 2 weeks ago, we had the workshop, and we welcome a very high number of agents who are with us here today, who already signed up the agreement with you, and this is very, very good. By the way, I share with you a copy of a document on the chat system, and I invite everyone to fill out this document, which I will share as well by email, so that you will receive a copy of the agreement, and the agreement will be in Adobe format. That means that you will need to just sign the agreement and send this back. To make a long story short, I just reshare a copy of this document. I invite everyone to fill out this. Now, come back to the question here, Andrea. You receive many questions in the last 2 weeks since we did the first workshop. But tell me the question that you receive and try to answer this in a very simple way. Well, one of the questions that you got, we already answered, and this is an affair of the deposit. Every student starting in Germany need to do a deposit into a German German bank, and we will send you the details about this. What other question that you get usually, Andrea, in the last 2 weeks that we can answer today as well?
Well, you answered lots of them already. So many questions I got were about the age a student can start, and we recommend, 11 and older. Then also about the language skills. So many agents have students and they're not sure about their language skills, or they're not sure whether the students can reach A2 level by January. And my recommendation would be, if you are not sure, then just let's meet with the student via Zoom, and let me do a quick check on them. So I will try to have a chat with them. I will try to give them something to read out loud for me, and do some exercises, and then let's just see if that would be enough. Yeah.
This was the language side, then the age side, the deposit side. So this was the 3 main questions. Was there other questions about the visa assistance or something like that?
Yes, there were questions about the blocked account that you already answered. Just to let you know again, or go over it again, for the language school, you will need a blocked account in Germany, but not for entering our grammar school or our high school programs. And you don't have to, but the students are required, also for entering the high school, they are required to pay the first year in advance. So, yeah, because we will have to vouch for them, basically. Yeah. So we become their legal guardian.
So this is for under 18 years old.
Yes.
They need to pay in advance 1 year fee. And in this case, the school will become a legal guardian. Little similar like in the UK, ladies and gentlemen. Was there other question that you receive from the agent that we can answer today?
Some agents ask if they can visit the school on short notice. Yeah. And my quick answer would be, well, we have a meeting set up for December 3rd. So please join our meeting, sign up for the WEBA tour to our school if you can. And then, of course, if you are on a business trip and you want to quickly check in with me or have a tour around the school, then definitely just let me know. Just shoot me an email and we'll set something up. Not a problem at all. But I would prefer you to visit with everybody else on December 3rd.
Yes. By the way, we had an agent, a very important agent from India, who came last week to visit your school, your campus. He was in Germany to visit other schools, so he came by car. He visited the campus. How was the experience to welcome him?
Oh, it was very nice. And the situation was, as I just described, they were on a business trip and just stopped by, and we greeted them. We had a chat with them. We went over some visa requirements in detail. So we talked to the director of our boarding school for quite some time. I gave them a tour around the school. And a funny thing that I like very much was we have a little pond. I would say, I wouldn't call it a lake, but students, oh yeah, Here we can see some pictures of our school, of our campus. That's the main building. On the, yes. Thank you. On the ground level, you see the kitchen and some of our classrooms. And then on the upper level, that would be boarding school rooms. Yes, and we visited that, and they like the pond, the little lake that we have where students can spend their free time. They can bathe in there, they can swim in there. There's always a guard for them. They liked the lake best. So, yes.
What I can say when I visit the school myself back in August this year was the atmosphere. I mean, so many students around the school. And by the way, this is, let's say, the typical school, but they have as well a very modern site, very luxurious site, which is not in this picture here, but I will share with you some photos of the school, which is, you will be surprised how elegant, how modern is the school. And I mean, to welcome 380 students is not so easy, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, you have the boarding for under 18 years and plus 18 years, correct, Andrea?
Yes, we do. Yeah. So students 18 years and older, they can have their own floor in our boarding facilities. Yeah. So they will be a little bit separated from the younger students and will be able to be on their own schedule, do their own thing. They get regular meals with us, so they get breakfast, lunch, dinner every day, and there will be brunch on the weekends. But apart from that, they are free to, yeah, just do as they please.
So I want to show everyone where is the school located. Is in the heart of Germany. It's about 2.5 hours from Berlin. It's about 4.5 hours from Frankfurt, from the train station, maybe 5 hours. So on the 3rd of December, we will organize a fun trip to visit the school. So I invite everyone to fly into Frankfurt and then from Frankfurt to take the train. So to fly into on the 2nd of December and then maybe stay overnight in Frankfurt. And on the 3rd of December, we will take the train to Frankfurt. We will send you the program by the end of the next week in details. So if some of you, I can see that several of you already registered. This is very good. We will send you the details by next week, including the invitation letter that you need to complete. And so we can send as well a copy to the German embassy, just for your information, for the one who want to visit the school on the 3rd of December. Now, this is a little bit the concept. Maybe you can explain this part here, Andrea, a little bit.
Yes. So our concept is a little bit different from that of regular German high schools. Because we do not separate our students in grade 5. Usually in Germany, after 4th grade, everybody is separated into 3 different high school programs, but we keep them all together until grade 7. So just for them to develop academically a little bit more, and let's see where their path goes. After that, they are either free to join our grammar school for grades 8 to 12 or to pursue a secondary school diploma, which is grades 8 and 10. With their secondary school diploma, they can also enter grammar school starting in grade 11 and then be on their way to the German Matura, which enables them to enter a German state university. Or what they can also do after grade 10, and this is also for students in the grammar school. So if a student in grammar school figures out in 10th grade, I want to specialize in some way. So I either want to go more into technical No, I'm sorry, I'm missing the English word. So either the technical side of things or social side of things, then we would advise them to attend grades 11 and 12 in our technical college and get that diploma. With that diploma of the technical college, they can apply to a University of Applied Sciences, which in German would be a Fachhochschule, and get their bachelor's degree there. And with a bachelor's degree from a University of Applied Sciences, you can get a master's and a doctorate from a German university. So after that, they can enter a master's, sorry, everybody's sick around here, master's and doctorate programs at German universities. And on the side, on the right side of the slide, you can see the language school. Yes, thank you. Which is a one-year program and will get them a B2 certificate. So we work with TELC. TELC is an internationally known certificate. It's close to Goethe. And with that certificate, they can enter any grade. So grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, you name it. And get their German Matura in order to attend a state university later. Or if they already have a high school degree, then they are free to do the Studienkolleg program, so the foundation for 1 year, and then go to German university. So for students over the age of 18, it's basically a 2-year program that they can do with us.
Yes, so they have several options, or they can enter on the high school program, as you mentioned here on the left side, with a secondary school diploma and do the grade 11 and 12 technical college and then apply for the University of Applied Science, or do the other program, grade 8-12, the grammar school, gymnasium, German A-level, German University. The third option, which I presume the majority of you will opt for the third option, is the language school year. And I want to repeat one more time, there is no need to have any language knowledge. So as well, if your German is 0, then there is absolutely not a problem. You can do the language year program at the school. And then after you reach the B2 certificate, and then after you do the 1-year foundation program, and then you do the German university. So these are the very good options. I saw some questions coming into the chat box, and I invite everyone, if you have any question, just put your question down on the chat box. And I saw that we received questions from Nigeria and from Pakistan, in this case, about the visa appointment at the German embassy, how the school will help to move forward with the appointment. Okay. Obvious, and this is what I'm telling you since many years for Germany, is if you apply students for August 2026, if you apply him in October, November, December, it's fine, we are still on time, etc. Obvious, if you start to apply him in April, May, June, then I doubt that you will get an appointment at the German embassy in Nigeria or in Pakistan. So very important, if you're coming from Nigeria or Pakistan, you need to apply as early as possible. So if you focus on August 2026, I personally try to suggest you to apply your students now, September, October, November, December, before the new year. So there is enough time and timeline that your students with the parents can have an appointment at the German embassy. From the school side, the school already working with international students, so they support international students. They sent a letter to the German embassy which confirm that they are registered at the school. which confirm that they pay the deposit, which confirm that they pay the tuition fee. So this is very, very important for you to understand that it must be a collaboration from your side as well, in order that your students will have an appointment with the German embassy. Obviously, the request is very, very high now to study in Germany. I think the Germany, it's now, I don't want to say it's number one in Europe, but is in the first 3 or 4 or 5 in Europe. So UK, Germany is a very big demand at the moment, just because, as I explained before, study in Germany at the university is free of charge. Logically, you have to pay to study at the language school. This is not free of charge. And as well, at the student college, you have to pay. And the fee calculation will be sent you by email, but will be similar like the Goethe Institute in Germany. To give you an idea, you can Google and you can put Goethe Institute in Germany, and you will find the fee. On top, the school is offering as well the accommodation, which Goethe Institute is not offering. So something very, very good from the school is that your students have the accommodation guarantee. And this is something very important, and the accommodation is walking distance. So there is absolutely not a problem to have an accommodation, because all the students will have the student house accommodation. Is this correct, Andrea? You have to put the
Oh,
volume.
sorry.
No
Yes,
problem.
that's absolutely correct. Yeah, I was just trying to find the fees for the Goethe Institute and put the link in the chat. Sorry. But I can tell you from just from the tip of my head that it's around 700 to 1,000 euros for 24 days of teaching and 72 hours of education. Yeah, so I think so.
Yes.
Yes.
I know that the school is making the calculation now for 2026, and let the school do the final calculation for 2026, and so we will be able to send everyone the correct price for the language school and the foundation. Now, let's go back to the language acquisition. We have a duration of 5 months or 10 months. Maybe you can re-explain this part one more time, so that is very important that everyone understands this very clearly.
Yes. So if your students enter without any prior knowledge of German, then the duration of the program would be 10 months for them to get to B2 level and enter our high school system. So they would start in August and they would finish with their B2 certificate in June or July, depending on the duration of the school year. But the program itself, it's calculated for 38 weeks of teaching with 30 hours of instructions each week. If you want to apply for the language school, then we have some requirements. So we would like students to have a middle school diploma and speak English on an A2 level, or have at least 2 years of taught English classes in school. We would like to see the 2 most recent report cards. So we would just like to know that your student didn't fail any classes academically. So if there are any academic challenges, this is not an issue for us, but please let us know beforehand. So we just ask for transparency, because we would like to integrate them into our high school programs as early as possible. So even while they are still studying German in the language school, they can visit afternoon classes, they can partake in physical education, they can do arts, they can do music. If they have any hobbies, any talents, they are more than welcome to do that here with us. And then we need a letter of recommendation from a teacher and a letter of motivation from the student. So I would like to know why your students want to study German and then go on to yeah, get another degree in Germany, maybe. What we are flexible on is the middle school diploma. So, as you know, our classes start in grade 5, and if you have younger students without a middle school diploma, so if you have a 10-year-old student, 11-year-old student, then please send me an email and we will find individual solutions. And as I said, for the 2 most recent reports cards, yes, we would like them to not have failed a class, but if they did, also then please be transparent and let's talk about it openly and find a way for them, to continue their education.
Yeah. I think a very important point, Andrea, is as well a question that we received from an agent, and the question was if the language school program is open for all age group. Now, we have to understand that for the school side, this is not a problem, but for the embassy, it can be a problem. So what I want to say here is, if a student is, for example, 27 years old, and he wants to come to Germany and to do a language school program, it's very important to receive a curriculum, a CV from the students to understand what he did before, why he want to do the language program, and what he want to do next. If you want to go to the university to do a master, for example, okay, this can be as well some question that we need to consider. Not every student with 27 years want to do a bachelor. Maybe they already have a bachelor. Maybe he's working in a bank, I don't know, in Lagos, in Nigeria, for example. He's dealing with a German company, and the bank decided to send him to Germany to do a language program plus a master in business and management. So if this makes sense, then yes, it's no problem. But it's very important for you to understand that to receive the visa as well for entering in Germany, you need really to have a concept, a curriculum, and to understand why you want to do the language program. Logically, if you're 19 years old, 20, 21, 22, there is no problem. But if you are over a certain age, then the embassy will have this big question mark. So very important, if you have older students who want to do the language program, it's very important to have a CV and to understand what next they want to do when they will arrive in Germany. And very important as well is to understand that the students who will come to the school will have a support as well from third party. For example, Chinese students who study in Germany, they have, I think you explained me, Andrea, they have once a week, they have a Chinese assistant who is coming
Yes.
and helping them. Can you maybe explain this part? Just to give you an idea, can be Chinese, can be Spanish, can be Russian, just to have you an idea how it works. Can you explain this? We take the Chinese as an example.
Yes. Yes, we work with someone who's a Chinese native, who speaks the language, who understands the culture, and who's also like an advocate for our students. Yeah, it's sometimes hard for them to let us know their needs exactly, and it's easier for them if they have some sort of a mediator. And as you said, he comes in once a week or at least once every 2 weeks, and he talks to them. We get a feedback from him. But we can also tell him some things or just some issues that arise with the students, and he will also talk to them. If, for example, a student is always late to classes after break, you know how it happens, and then he will make sure that they know we expect them to be on time, and it works very well. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just to clarify, because at the school and surround the school, you speak different language. You speak German, you speak English, Chinese. Who else you have? What other language support you have at the school? Spanish?
Yes, Spanish is one of the languages you can learn here. Then we have Russian, that we teach. Yeah, so just the languages that we teach are.
No, I mean a support of the students. Let's presume you have a Russian student. You have someone who
We
can
have yes, we have somebody who speaks Russian. We have somebody who speaks Spanish. We have English natives with us. We have somebody who speaks French, for example.
Perfect, perfect. And Chinese, as you mentioned before.
Yes.
What about Portuguese, Italian?
Oh, well, we have one colleague who speaks a bit of Italian, so we are trying. And Portuguese, yes, I think our new Spanish teacher, he also speaks Portuguese.
Fantastic, fantastic. So this is very important. Your school, the students will have the full support of the school as well in native language in case of any need. This is very, very important as well. Now I'm just going back to the German program and maybe this, I'll leave this to you.
Yes, thank you. So as we already explained, without any German knowledge, you can start in August, and by December, you will be roughly at an A2 level. And this is where I set an entry point. So if you have students that are at A2 level, they can start in January, and from January to April, we will get them to B1. They will also get a B1 certificate. And with that B1 certificate, they would also be free to enter grade 9, for example, so in the next year. So please keep that in mind. And then for B2, we would take May until June, July, and have them tested, and they will get their B2 certificate.
Voila. So here we have the application process, which is very important. I'll leave this to you, Andrea. So andrea.falkner@grovesmühle.eu. This is the email if some of you want to make a photo, but I will share a copy of this presentation and as well the complete presentation of the program of the school. So you have directly the two person in charge in refer of the high school and in refer of the language school plus the foundation, just so that everyone know. Then we go to the cost side, costs which include the boarding as well. So very important is that the tuition fee and the boarding are once together, and the fee is for the accommodation, which include breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Is this correct, Andrea?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So this is for the high school from grade 5 to grade 12 every year. So this is the fee per month. This is correct, Andrea?
Yes.
Yes. So, and then is a one-time admission fee, which is 2,500 euro. And then there is a deposit to make, which is about 5,000 euro, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So this
the deposit is fully refundable.
Yes, yes, obvious. The school is refund 100% the deposit in case the visa is not successful. But the school will try to not to come to this point. So in case there is some issue before to start with the visa, they will not ask for the deposit. So they will check all the documents, they will make an interview with the students, they will understand if the student is eligible to come to Germany, and if the school say yes, is eligible, they will send as well a confirmation letter, etc. And then after the family can do the deposit directly to the school. This is to give you a short orientation, and in case really the visa will be rejected, the school will give the refund of the deposit, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So for the language school is a little bit different because we need to make a calculation now for the one who are plus 18 years old for 2026, and we will send this by separate email. So you will have exactly the cost for the students who are plus 18 years old. And as Andrea mentioned before, the price is similar like the Goethe Institute. The payment for the language school can be made in 2 installments, which is a bit different from the high school, but this will be as well sent by email in detail, so you have this in written. Here as well, you have to do a deposit, which is 3,000 euro, which is as well fully refundable in case the candidate will not get the visa to come to Germany. Then we have more questions coming inside, Q&A question, etc. But I presume we already went through this in details from A to Z. What we can say is the application process with the school is quite easy because they have a direct person. In this case is Andrea and his colleague who will, Dr. Karsten Steckmann, who will do the follow-up of the application directly. So the person who is with us here today is as well the person that will be in touch with you via email and via with application process, everything from A to Z. So important is that they will not switch people. So everyone is here with you today will be the one who will assist you as well during the application process. This is a school who offers a high school program, language school program, and foundation program, and bring the students to enter into German State University for bachelor program. Logically, if some students will do the language program and they are in an age like 25 or 27, 30, and want to do a master, they will help the students to enter into the master program in German university. So this is not a university. The school is a high school. Is a high school who help the students to enter into the state university. This is very important for you to understand. So, because to enter in a German university, you need to have a very high level of German, which is C1. And the majority of your students will need to do as well the foundation year. Not everyone, logically, depend by country to country. So very important, the school is offering this part of the program. So if you have students in under 18 years old, like 11, 12, 30, 40, 50, 60, 17, who want to do the high school, for them have a direct access to German university, Landschulheim Grovesmühle is the perfect school. If you have students who need to learn German to enter into German university, or even only learn German as well, they have the 1-year program. For under 18 and for plus 18 years old, the school Landschulheim Grovesmühle is perfect. And as well, if you need that your student will do the foundation year, maybe they already reached the German level to do the foundation year, then it's perfect. There is absolutely not a problem. They can do the foundation year directly, but I presume the majority of you will need to do the German program first, followed by the foundation year. Andrea, what you want to say to finalize everything about this training session?
Well, I think that we gave some more information that can be useful about the school, and I welcome everybody to visit us on December 3rd. So please be in touch. Our school is in the heart of Germany, and trust me, you will love it here. It's very nice. Also, yeah, we just hope to welcome your students. So we always strive to be a welcoming place, and internationality is one of our core values. And so we would like to host you and like to welcome your students.
Thank you very much, Andrea. Thank you for your time. It was my pleasure to have you here with me today and to introduce your school. As I said before, I will do a follow-up email with all of you, and I invite everyone to fill out the form that I share on the chat system. I will copy and pass one more time this form, and I just will put it here one more time on the chat system. So I invite everyone to fill out this form. If you want to have a direct agreement with the school, this will help you a lot. And Andrea will then follow up with each of you. And obviously you have different questions all the time, so you are more than welcome to reach Andrea anytime. Andrea, thank you very much. It was my pleasure, and
Thank you,
good health.
Richard, Wayne, as well.
We see each other latest on the 3rd of December, because if some of you are interested to visit the campus, then please let us know and we will send you the registration link to register yourself. So we will start to send out the invitation letter next week so that you can apply at the German embassy. Very important is obvious, we try to concentrate everything on the 3rd of December, but if for some reason, maybe you come to Germany before, if you are in Germany in October, in November, let us know. You are more than welcome to jump into the school. Let us know these 2-3 days before. Not like our Indian friend last week, who just one day before he wanted to come to visit the school, etc., etc. We had to organize everything, which was fantastic, obvious, but give us some time, maybe 3-4 days before, so we can organize Andrea, as she's always very, very busy. She teaches as well. Andrea, you teach all the time.
I do.
You teach. What are you teaching at the moment? What is your role in teaching at the moment? What do you teach?
Well, obviously, German is a second language for our international students. And then I teach German as a native language as well. And ethics is one of my subjects. Yes. And I love all three of them.
Very, very interesting. Fantastic. So you are every day in contact with different culture, different mentality, different religion as well, because at the school you welcome students from everywhere, from every culture, from every religion, and this makes Germany an excellent country as well to study. So I really suggest everyone consider this option. Is a very good option. And your students will be more than happy when they will finally go to a German state university to study in German. They can find a future in Germany as well. As you may know, Germany is a multi-culti country, very open for international students. And beside, the tuition fee in a state university is quite free of cost compared to the rest of the world. So it can be a very good alternative. Andrea and her team will support you for everything. I will try to do my best as well from my side. And maybe I will meet Andrea in the next weeks. I don't need to wait her in December. Let's see how we can manage to jump in to visit the school one more time, maybe in October. It will be great. For some of you who will come to London on the 22nd of October, I'm really happy to meet you in London to the WEBA conference, which will be held this year at the Wembley Hilton Hotel directly. So we have a lot of agents who are coming from around the world, and we have as well a workshop coming up in Switzerland on the 28th of October. So I saw some of you who will come to London, some of you come to Switzerland. So it will be nice to see you back to my conference. Andrea, thank you very much for everything. Have a great day, good health,
Thank you.
have a nice lunch as well now.
Oh, thank you. Nice lunch, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye, and good health. Bye-bye.